Trade tensions are heating up. The United States officially announcing a 25% tariff on $50 billion worth of Chinese goods containing, quote, industrially significant technologies. Beijing is vowing to respond swiftly to such actions, sparking fears of an all-out trade war. Joining me right now is U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer. Sir, good to see you, Robert. Thanks very much for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Maria. Thank you for having me.
So what are you expecting in terms of the retaliation from China?
Well, let me say, if I can, first of all, just to lay some groundwork for this decision. And this has been a long-standing problem that the president has identified going all the way back years and years. He talked about it in his Pittsburgh speech in 2016. And then in August, he set in place a study that has now been completed. Basically on August 14th, he said USTR studied this problem of technology transfer from China, of cyber theft of technology. We had a 7-month study. Then the president came out and he said he was going to put investment restrictions on. He was going to make us go to the WTO, which we did. And then he was going to put tariffs on certain high-tech goods in the amount of $50 billion, which was the amount that was determined by our economists to be what's cost U.S. industry. So this has been something that's been in train for a long period of time. It's thorough, it's moderate, it's appropriate. And for the last really 10 weeks, we've been studying the tariffs to make sure we have the best tariffs. We've made some modifications here and there. Our hope is that it doesn't lead to a rash reaction from China. What we're trying to do here is just get ourselves back to even. Right. China did something. They have a policy which we think has cost us $50 billion a year. We want to get back to even. And our hope is that it ends there. We can have negotiations and try to remove some of these structural barriers while at the same time opening up China. So our hope is this is something that leads to good things.
And I totally understand. You are the first administration to actually fight back on China on some of these important issues. I've been making the point, I wrote an op-ed about it yesterday, that at the heart of the trade issue is the fact that China is continuing to steal our intellectual property. The tariffs are aimed at that. I know that. But how are you going to move the needle on this? They won't even admit that they're doing it. And we know that, intellectual property theft has cost this country upwards of $300 billion a year for several years. They also forced the technology transfer, acquiring companies, doing partnerships with American companies, only to have American companies put their technology on the table, and they force it onto the Chinese company. And then very soon after, you've got the same technology used at the Chinese firm. So how do you really move the needle on that, sir?
Well, I think you sort of summarized it right there. I read your op-ed, which I thought was excellent. People have to understand that this is 55 million jobs are and I'm really in our future in IP intensive industries. 37% of all private employment is in here. It really is. It's what our children's economy is going to look like. So it is. I'm just underlining that it's every bit as important as you say it is. We have gone on for a number of years, 14 or 15 years, where there's been a policy that China has had that's been very successful for them. It has allowed them to grow their economy at a very, very fast pace, usually or often at the expense of U.S. technology and other U.S. sectors. So what we want to do, what the president wants to do, is change the paradigm. We're going to put in place restrictions so that they can't get restrictions on investment, so they don't have access to our technology. Other than through economic means. We're going to stop, we hope, their transfer of technology, their forced transfer of technology. And the first step of this is what we're doing today, and that is a very moderate, very appropriate $50 billion worth of tariffs, as you say, on industrially significant sectors. And we hope that this leads to further negotiations. We hope it leads to China changing its policies, at least with respect to us, and opening up their market. And then the next step. I'm going to say the next step that'll come along will be, in the next 2 weeks, will be limitations on their investments here just in these sectors.
So what the next step is? What in terms of limiting in the next 2 weeks?
In the next 2 weeks, the president has announced that the Department of Treasury will announce restrictions on Chinese nationals in terms of buying U.S. technology. Right now, they're limited in terms of national security. This will be a broader definition of national security. But it's all the president's efforts to try to protect the future of our economy. Technology really is America's biggest single advantage because of the kind of people we have, because of our education, and frankly, because of our diversity. It's a huge advantage for us.
I totally understand, and I agree with you. I mean, that really is the crown jewel of this country. Have they admitted, Robert, that they do steal IP, or you can't even get an admission?
They will not admit that, and quite candidly, that doesn't surprise me. But it's clear we have a very, everyone knows it intuitively. Every businessman I talk to knows it. But we have a very thorough study. I commend my study to you, the USTR study. It's really an excellent study.
It is. And let me ask you this, because I know China likes to take their companies public. How far are you willing to go? Would you restrict Chinese IPOs on the New York Stock Exchange?
Well, I don't want to cross that bridge right now. I haven't analyzed that question, and there'll be a lot of people involved in that besides me, so I wouldn't want to comment on that. What I want to do is make sure that we protect our technology here at home, that we stop cyber theft and forced technology transfer. And ultimately, remember, China 2025 is a $300 billion subsidy program. The United States has to be able to counter that. We can't find ourselves in a couple of decades being second to China in technology.
Yes, exactly. And they want to be number one in AI. They want to be number one in blockchain technology. They want to be number one in robotics, all the industries that we're expecting to be the growth stories of tomorrow for America. Let me ask you this, because there are a lot of skeptics out this morning on these tariffs. You know that. The markets are down 200 points. Are you worried that this is basically going to mean higher prices for consumers?
Well, that's always a problem that we have to think about. So the first thing is we have to protect our technology. The second thing, if you look at the algorithm and the way we concocted this list, and by the way, we had hearings, we had thousands of pages of comments. We tried to pick things that minimize the effect on U.S. consumers. So there are a lot of these are products that American consumers can buy not only domestically, but also from other international sources. So we feel good that we've done everything possible, not just at USTR, but across the board, CEA, Treasury, Commerce, and others, to make sure that we're minimizing the effect on U.S. consumers.
So let me end where I began, and that is the retaliation. What kind of retaliation are you expecting from China?
Well, I'm hoping that they view this as an opportunity to move to the next level. In some way, they have to know that what they're doing is wrong, that it's inappropriate, it's been a big advantage to them. But now, as the president says, they can't do it anymore. So I'm hoping we move into negotiations and resolve these issues. If we find ourselves in a retaliation, then the president's going to have to look at what they're doing and make his own judgment at that time. I wouldn't want to prejudge it. But clearly, he's made it very clear he's going to defend American farmers, he's going to defend American workers, no matter what.
But is it at the expense of economic growth, Robert? I mean, we know that the tax policy had a great runway in terms of helping the economy. We're looking and talking about 4% growth right now. Do these moves cut into that?
Well, hopefully we can minimize that. But one thing I can tell you for sure, Maria, if we lose our intellectual property, if we lose our technology, our innovation edge, if we lose that, we're going to have a serious problem long-term and mid-term with our economy. That is, as you say, our crown jewels. We have to protect that and then minimize the side effects. That's really what the president's plan is.
Yeah, very, very good point. Look, this takes courage, and I give you that. Robert Lighthizer, good to see you, sir. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Maria. It was a pleasure to be on.